Hi everyone, and today I'd like to talk about denial. So I was in denial that I had bipolar for probably over 20 years of my life, and I really chose to be in denial because I feared what other people would think of me, and I assumed that I was the only one living with a mental health challenge, and I especially feared that people would judge me from it, because of it, and so I tried to hide it. And this denial actually took a lot of energy to sustain. It was draining, and I was quite exhausted by it, continuously so. But it took me a long time to realize that I'd actually made the choice to be in denial. And I think that I made a new choice as I became more mature and as I recognized that the illness was repeating itself. And I chose to move from denial into acceptance. And moving from denial into acceptance is not an easy journey, and that's a whole nother video on acceptance. But in the meantime, let's look at the questions that I started to ask myself with regards to denial. So I asked myself the question, am I in denial? And the answer was yes, a resounding yes. I realized it was a yes because I just kept getting sicker and sicker. I was just manic more and more times. I was depressed more and more times. I was even hospitalized more often. So it was pretty obvious to me after many, many years that I was in fact in denial. And I also remembered how many times I'd lost jobs and how many times I'd lost relationships. So that was a yes. So I asked myself the question, why am I in denial? And I realized I'm definitely in denial because I don't want to face that I have a mental health illness. That was for sure. I needed to hide it because I was fearful of how others would react to it. And of course, I assumed that no one else was facing such a challenge. And I also denied it because I felt so inadequate. I asked myself the question, how does denial serve me? Denial was actually helping me avoid getting my life together. It was helping me avoid taking responsibilities for my own health. It was helping me avoid going to see my psychiatrist and taking my medication. It was helping me to avoid everything in my life that I actually needed to face. And it was also helping me to avoid the fact that substance abuse wasn't very healthy for me. So all of these things added up, and I realized that denial was serving me in that way. So it wasn't easy to move from denial into acceptance. Once I did that, my life was fixed, my life was mine, and I could direct it the way that I wanted to direct it. I had control, I chose to go where I wanted to go, and I was sure that I could stay there. So have a look at my video on acceptance because that is a very important part to getting to a place of management of your illness. I'd love to hear from you what your experiences of denial have been or are. You can reach me at info@bipolarcoaching.co.za. I will return your email. Alternatively, please take a look at my website. That's www.bipolarcoaching.co.za, where you can learn a little bit more about these conversations and see some more and get to know me a little bit better. So thanks so much for listening. I hope that this has been useful for you, and I'll see you on another video. Cheers.